Arcadia, Greece, 5000 BC. Lycaon was one of the first kings of Arcadia, a region that in the distant past had been one of the most splendid places that ever existed. During the golden age of men, the abundant wealth that sprang from these lands brought happiness and peace. But the selfishness and greed of men put an end to this utopian kingdom. King Lycaon, who one day was a crude and heartless man, seemed determined to recover the prosperity of the golden years of Arcadia, and he became adored by his people. Lycaon knew that restoring Arcadia's glory was impossible without the gods' blessing, so he built a great temple in honor of Zeus. The supreme god, grateful for the tribute, began to favor the king of Arcadia. Satisfied with the fruits of his labors, Lycaon dedicated himself to obsessively pleasing the gods, and he became a religious fanatic. To obtain more blessings, the king began to make absurd sacrifices, even reaching the sacrifice of humans. However, this practice had been long condemned by the gods. The naive foreigners who arrived in the region were captured to be sacrificed. This was an enormous offense to the duty of hospitality, one of Zeus's demands. When he learned what was happening in Arcadia, Zeus, in disguise, decided to check if it was true. On arrival, Zeus was taken to the palace to be presented to the king and then sacrificed. However, one of the king's sons realized that the guest was extremely calm and warned the king.
"Father, there is something odd. The calm of this man upsets me. Is Zeus testing our hospitality, as he did with Philemon and Bacchus?"
"Soon we will find out." The king ordered a banquet in honor of the guest, but the main course would be something sinisterly unique. The banquet began to be organized with various delicacies. The main course is brought, and Zeus was horrified. A platter with human flesh was placed on the table. Lycaon and his son ate the hideous meal.
"You won't refuse our hospitality, right?"
"Damned fanatics, you have misrepresented the cult of the gods in a heinous way, and you will pay the price of this sacrilege." Lycaon's teeth began to turn into fangs, and his skin covered with hair. Zeus transformed Lycaon and his descendants into half-man and half-wolf creatures. The beasts began to roam the fields, feeding on the cattle and terrorizing the people who lived in the region. And during the full moon nights, it was possible to hear the laments of the king, transformed into the creature we know today as a werewolf.